Et salut Twitch, comment estás? Et on se retrouve pour la suite de The Outdoor World. Et salut YouTube aussi à ceux qui regardent les rediffs. On est aujourd'hui le 27 octobre et ça y est, c'est officiel, j'ai 30 ans. On a fait le passage de la trentaine cette nuit du coup avec un live qui était pas mal du tout. Et merci encore à la Tyrion du coup qui a offert 5 subs avec la super promo. Merci à lui pour ce merveilleux cadeau d'anniversaire. Puis ah oui, ça, on faisait des quêtes secondaires, faut que j'aille rendre des primes, et on avait recruté le dernier membre d'équipage. Donc l'équipe est complète, ça y est. Tristan, Marisol, Aza, Inès, Valérie et Nils. Des combos quand même qui sont... Disons que c'est vraiment un équipage très varié. Très très varié l'équipage cette fois-ci. Tout un complexe derrière qu'on n'a pas vu en fait. Ah, et l'ascenseur ça débloque vraiment un très gros truc. Je pensais que c'était le mec qui était avec l'abbé qui allait devenir le compagnon, mais finalement non, c'est Marisol. Hors des quêtes.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to Hogwarts? Every scientician yearns to visit the Archive.
Là, le niveau 15 qui fait plaisir. Ça va faire tac, tac. 18 seulement. Sachant que si niveau max c'est 30. Euh, Faut partir là-dessus. Ça colle aux alliés. Message Wagoric. téléphone. Ok, Yaza, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Désactiver des mines. Ouais, sauf que je ne sais pas désactiver une mine. Je dois faire ça. Et Bouya, mon beau Gino, comment vas-tu? Double charge, ok. Je travaille, je suis là, mais je vais sans prévenir. Pas de soucis, mon Gino. En tout cas, ça fait plaisir que tu sois là.
Since the schism, the Protectorate had
Bon, écoute, ça va, je viens de prendre une année de plus. Ça y est, je suis officiellement trentenaire.
Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore.
Je joue à un jeu merveilleux, donc tout va bien. Eh oui, c'est aujourd'hui. Ça y est, j'ai 30 ans. Merci beaucoup, Gino.
Still going strong. Yeah, patch up the holes if you made the choice.
Tac. Bon, attends, je consulte juste les messages que m'a envoyé ma femme. Tac. Ouais, t'as vu ça, je suis vieux. Je suis le vieux. Ah, pif, paf, pouf. Ok, nice. Je vais mettre ça pour l'instant.
To determine exactly what career you are meant for. Act now and receive a one-week prognostication from a seer. Absolutely free.
Je vais retourner, c'était ici. Il y a un coffre que j'ai pas pu ouvrir et je voulais trouver la carte. Peut-être sur le doigt. Peut-être sur le toit, elle est peut-être sur le toit. On va se mettre une petite radio libre. Trop bien, ils ont repris le slogan de Space Your Choice, mais en mode anti-choice.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it. Artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Auntie's Choice.
Okay, back to business. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
There are easier ways to get in a quad workout, Commander.
Ça roule, à toutes.
Fried crisp, go stuff them in your chewer. Who would guess that tasty flesh was found down in a sewer? Fried crisp, you really gotta try 'em. We pluck the sprats right from a trap, then smash 'em flat and fry 'em.
Et de l'entrepôt expérimental.
Fried crisp, 1000% germ free. 'Cause nothing survives when it's flash fried at 405 degrees. So grab a pack of deep fried
Je réveille une
crackers,
patiente.
that's a tasty treat. You know when you eat fried crisp.
Tout va bien?
You're eating real good meat.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia, the best things in sliced breadworm. Now with 110% more music, entertainment, news, and product placement.
Ça marche. Là, c'est comme si mon écran
The
était lancé.
Department of Aggressive Acquisitions and Persons Elimination has
Putain, il est
approved
bizarre.
plans
Total,
and previous guidelines
42.
for ambulation outside
Merci beaucoup, mon beau Gino, ça me fait très plaisir.
Site safety
Ça n'est pas
officer
mal
Dignan
pour
Chow
un
notes,
principicule
quote,
elfe
somebody
aux
went
oreilles
and killed all the
pointues.
adult cast-offs
Pour
from
ma part,
plaguing
je suis
the
assis
Golden
sur
Ridge
mon
Badlands.
43e.
Found a mess of bodies, don't know who to thank, or what so and so
Du
to
coup,
avoid.
t'as essayé la toute nouvelle alerte de bits.
Now, on
J'espère
to
qu'elle t'a
other
plu.
things. This is for
Merci
anyone out there who
beaucoup,
just
ça me fait
lost
très
out on a
plaisir.
big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
Et oui, maintenant toutes mes alertes sont basées sur le Seigneur des Anneaux.
I'm yearning and yearning for you.
Voilà la clé du casier.
My heart and revenue. Every last bit of my wage, every last bit that
Cette
I
merveilleuse alerte.
every last bit that I save is intended for you.
Et du coup,
The cost may be high. One day, I know you'll be mine. Someday, perhaps I'll own two. For now, I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause I'm yearning and yearning for you.
chargé par fusil à répétition, apparemment. Peut-être que je mette un troisième modificateur là-dessus. Prochaine partie, hein, je ne reprendrai pas le défaut qui fait que je suis obligé de monter tous mes points de compétence en même temps. J'ai plus de puissance supplémentaire.
Although the cost may be high, one day I know you'll be mine. Till then I will be true. There's nothing I wouldn't do. I've been yearning, not burning.
Quel c'est par jour. Vraiment, les casques des coéquipiers, ils ont vraiment été faits pour pas être portés. Hein.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Your cold-blooded rivals get sleepy after consuming a full midday meal.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist on bread and water never met you. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack, featuring our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. Specially designed to be eaten alone at your desk.
The bare minimum you need to make it through your day.
Show your supervisor you stay hungry.
Fine, fine. Let us proceed.
This one always makes me pretend.
C'est bien rapide, hein. Je connais quelques personnes que c'est que leur irait bien.
I have the
Lequel?
sun in my eyes.
Celui-ci avec le chapeau? Tu parles... Parce que j'ai le Van Pelt aussi. J'ai celui-ci, qui est très drôle aussi. J'ai le Van Pelt robotique. J'ai le masque vénitien. Et c'est lui, je trouve, qui va sur aucune armure. C'est terrible. Ah, celui de mon coéquipier, ouais, la cagoule. Ouais. Ok, ça passe. Faudra être bon sur les timings. Moyen d'y aller. Celui-ci. J'avais prévu qu'on passe par là. Ouais. Oh non. Bien évidemment, on a désactivé l'aide à la visée. Hein. C'est vraiment quelque chose avec lequel j'ai du mal, les aides à la visée quand on joue clavier-souris. Chaque fois, je trouve que ça dévie mes trajectoires. On joue à la manette, je comprends, mais les fameux bonbons au tabac.
You're listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment. Following the cravenly untoward attack on Outpost Opportunity, Herbert Feld from the Department of Mock Civility and Tactical Confabulation has issued the following statement. Fellow employees, I share your umbrage and hunger for retribution against the perpetrators of this act. Such tactics are expressly prohibited per our pan-corporate accord. Under paragraph 79 of declarably deplorable methods and means, it clearly notes throwing fuel at each other to be tacky, improvident, and mean. Having seen the results firsthand, we vociferously agree. Yet before you begin taking pot shots at presumed wrongdoers, I urge caution. For now, with a prodigious degree of bluster and ample teeth gnashing. Local Order of the Ascendant representatives claim no responsibility and insist they are working to identify the culprits with the utmost urgency. Do we believe them? Perhaps. Do we trust them? Even less than we trust ourselves. It goes on like this for at least 10 more pages. Skipping ahead, more bluster, some vacillation, several grammatical errors, an extended metaphor about a tramicular and tossball, mixed metaphor. Attempting to summarize, maintain current levels of foam spect outrage. Don't shoot anyone yet. That's an order. More on this topic as it develops. Now, on to other things. But I can use a little more up now.
Ouais, vraiment.
This.
in business.
I am known through all Arcadia as the uncomplicated Lord. And my dealings, you know my terms. They are quite straightforward. Oh yes,
Sur 15.
everybody knows that I am indeed the complicated Lord. And to keep things simple, you can be sure that my rates will never, no, they'll never, ever be low.
If there's a cost you can't complete, or your ends just won't quite meet, I can lend you all the bits you'll ever need. But the loan that you request includes compound interest, in addition to my standard service fees. Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner. And my terms are quite straightforward. Though my deals aren't quid pro quo, and my
Sage apparemment.
aren't low, I'll be keeping track till you pay back every single bit you owe. 'Cause I am the uncomplicated loner.
Ah, un peu mieux déjà.
Now, a catchy pitch for Auntie's products you simply can't live without. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives division has proudly announced its latest innovation. Slurrylos, a flavorsome new artificial made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses,
Et bonjour, bonjour.
not only does it
Comment
save
ça va,
you
Yuki?
a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's
T'as vu, ça y est, le
almost
jeu fonctionne.
Ooh, yeah!
We believe so much in this delicious, cost-cutting measure.
Ouh,
We're
yeah.
rushing it to market.
D'ailleurs, très drôle, c'est la voix de notre magnifique Gino qui est dans le chat également, que tu as entendu à travers le bouillard. Ça va super.
Our food products.
Auntie's Choice. We put the art in artificial.
What nature made accidentally, we create.
Ça va super, ça va super. C'est faux. On reconnaît ta voix, la voix la plus douce et soyeuse des internets.
Yes, well, enough of that, I suppose.
This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom
Carte.
and fair
Qu'est-ce que ça me
trade.
raconte? On raconte qu'il y a toujours 7 endroits que je suis pas allé voir, mais je pense qu'il faut que je passe par là pour y aller à celui-ci. Qu'est-ce qu'on a d'autre comme station? Et là, on est à 3, je crois. Ici, là, il y avait une station, là. Là, il y avait une station également. Là, c'est pas une station, mais là, ça, c'en est une. peut-être une station ici. Oui, ça c'est une station que je n'ai pas faite. Faudrait que j'aille voir. Il est bien le jeu, ouais, il est trop cool. Il est vraiment super cool. Mettons ici. J'ai essayé de zoomer sur ta carte par réflexe. Ouais. Classique. Donc là, on en a une. Donc là, ça ferait 4. La 5e serait où du coup? Je vais faire. On va mettre ici la dernière station, mais il n'y a pas de structure, ça me paraît bizarre. Plus prédit que ça soit ici. Pareil. Il y a Sry qui part là. Ici. J'ai juste fait ça. Ouais, c'est une bonne idée d'aller voir ce que c'est là-bas. Pour la station ici déjà pour commencer. Merci beaucoup Yuki, ça fait très plaisir.
Honest to goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is wireless free Arcadia. An update from the front.
Avec quoi de devenir vieux? Bah écoute, je le vis plutôt bien. La trentaine, c'est le cap facile, on va dire. Qu'est-ce que vous foutez là, bande de connards?
Impossible! No target to gut!
Oups. Il y a une faille ici. Je suis sûr que les failles ça va donner un truc de TP, c'est pas possible autrement. Un truc de navigation. La musique c'est toi qui as mis ou c'est dans le jeu? C'est la musique du jeu. En fait dans le jeu tu as accès aux radios. Voilà, hop. Donc là j'écoute de la propagande publicitaire de Hunty's Choice. Ça me semble un peu loin là pour un double saut. D'une seule façon, c'est marrant comme système. Plutôt oui. T'as le choix entre plusieurs stations de propagande, tu choisis ta doctrine. Seule façon de vérifier. Hein. Raté. Ouais. Je vois pas comment y accéder sinon. Mais je pense vraiment que ces failles là, ça va y avoir un truc avec. On va débloquer le dernier gadget qui nous permettra peut-être de se propulser. Parce que vraiment toutes les zones d'exploration où je peux pas aller, pour l'instant à chaque fois, il y a ces failles.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
During approved break or leave periods. Site safety officer Dignan Chow reports byways beset by groups of, quote, desperate, jittery, possibly chemically dazed outcasts turned to bushwhacking and barbarism, end quote. Personnel encountering parties from the aforesaid societal cast-offs are are advised to shoot first, upsell products to later. Now, on to other things. This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Oh, I am the uncomplicated
Ça, voilà. C'est plein de trucs à faire là.
are quite straightforward.
Ça prend nos rois. Je suis déjà passé.
Yes, I am the
Et on remonte la tranchée. Ça, rien que le coup d'œil.
and my rays are never lower.
Sans moi. Donc j'ai ce TP.
You can't complete,
Friendly.
or your hands just won't quite meet. I can lend you all the bits
Ok, et on a dit.
ever need.
C'était juste
But the
là.
loan
Regardez.
that you request includes compound interest.
Quelqu'un a essayé de m'appeler?
Shit to
Ah oui.
my
Je passe un coup de fil, je vous reprends après.
standards. Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner. And my rays are never lower.
Oh, I'd have known through all Arcadia as the uncomplicated look. And my dear,
Friendly approaching
you
from the
know
north.
my tones. They are really quite straightforward. Oh, yes, everybody knows that I am indeed the uncomplicated look. And to keep things simple, you can be sure that my rates will never, no, they'll never
Ok, re-Twitch.
be low.
If there's
Inacceptable, ouais, t'as vu ça? Le mec le plus dissipé des internets.
hands just won't quite meet. I can lend you all the bits you'll ever need. But the loan that you request includes compound interest. In addition
Friendly.
to my standard service fees. Oh,
Ça va, c'était rapide, ouais. Je fais en sorte quand même. Hop, par contre, si je remets pas le son comme il faut. Ok, tac. Je suis vraiment stupide parce que là, j'avais vraiment le chemin de dessiner en fait. T'es dessiné sur l'or.
though my deals aren't quick, my interest rates are
Ouais, carrément.
low. I'll be keeping track till you pay back every single bit you owe. 'Cause I am the uncomplicated
That was a song I want you to hear. Oh, I hope no members of the Protectorate are listening.
Ok.
Wouldn't want anyone dreaming of a life of self-fulfillment and self-determination. spent their time dictating my move. This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs in their department. May you ascend swiftly through talent or gut.
The flavor that lasts and the taste you can't top. From that first smooth inhale to the very last. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims. The rich tobacco sweet at the end. What more could you want? A smoky, sugary blend. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims. It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter.
Friendly.
Two treats in one. A double thriller. So make your mouth happy while your satisfaction doubles. No boring old smoke rings. You'll be blowing smoke bubbles. Ba-do-ba. Home or at work, by the pack or the case. It's a bubbly perk that will pick up your pace. It's bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims today. Ba-do-wop.
Ça c'est cool, j'ai réussi à arriver jusqu'ici. Ok.
Friendly.
Rich tobacco sweet at the
Un truc en effet.
What more could you want? The smoky, sugary blend.
Bubblegum slims, try bubblegum slims. It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter. It's two treats in one, a double thriller. So make your mouth happy while your satisfaction doubles. Satisfaction doubles. Instead of boring old smokies, you'll be blowing smoke bubbles. Blowing smoke bubbles.
Escalader ça.
Full flavor that lasts and a taste you can't top.
From that first smooth inhale
To the very last.
Pour chier à faire des passages comme ça si on peut pas y accéder.
Bubblegum slims, oh bubblegum slims. It's filled with flavor. Bubblegum slims, try slims. Today.
flavor won't stop till the very last.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us at Auntie's Choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers intent on stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut tut! No! Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say you're just part of the herd.
J'ai survécu à ça moi.
Individual, we're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally,
Je vois pas
it's
comment
never
est-ce que
too late to rebrand and start
c'est trop tôt pour y
anew.
accéder.
Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's Choice.
Okay, back to business. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
La marque de fatalité, ouais. Peu de chance de survie. Hein.
Looking pretty scathed, Commander. Let's get you healed. Someone's off for a medic. Out of sight and on the way.
Uranium qui nous a shooté dessus.
Not so long ago, on a tidally locked moon. He didn't survive, but now we got in and for slow pay. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose part on the job. Management regrets your loss, but hey, that's a win. Sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb.
Un sol de ressort ici. Et après on ira déloger Victor.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia for merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Building
Ah.
a better Eden with a skilled and
Du coup ils ont changé aussi la propagande de
settle
Space
when you
Fortress.
can
Ah mais
thrive.
donc là il y a une route.
To our Order of the Ascendant listeners, we here at
Là il y a
Anti's
des
Choice
rails.
have the same sensibilities as you in the Order, and we wish for you to join forces with us. We all want what's best, and we aren't satisfied by what nature has produced. We can do better. Let's do better together.
Now upward and onward. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently
Donc
allowed.
cultiste. Sanglier là qui vénère les failles. Là il m'en manque 4.
Red and green and black and blue.
Milky white and orange too.
Mais je trouve d'autres modules comme ça.
Spectrum makes you smile, yeah.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos, Fizzos. Spectrum vodka.
Sprat. Je vais par là.
Either restore my life or avenge my
Encore une faille. Ouh. Oh, on peut cette armure. C'est quoi ce stade? 18? Armure lourde, celle-ci est mieux, hein. On va pas se mentir. Hein. Casque qui va avec. Ça c'est un truc de cultiste, ok. Ça va être celui-ci qui va avec. Sinon, c'est con que ça passe au travers du gorgerin.
Your co-worker rivals get sleepy after consuming a full midday meal.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist on bread and water never met you. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack.
Santé de base plus 1%. Ok.
Pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. Specially designed to be eaten alone at your desk.
The bare minimum you need to make it through your day.
Ouais, du
Show
coup,
your supervisor you stay hungry.
le bateau au rebut.
Fine. Let us proceed.
This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking. All I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's see what's inside and get back to our duty. Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, it's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
Ça rend bien quand même.
Oh Borstwurst, grab a can today. Tongues to sweet.
Les brûlures ne vous infligent pas plus de dégâts, elles vous soignent. Pas mal. Juste pour cette armure, ça valait le coup de passer. Encore une faille ici.
You caught us taking 5 between our 10-hour shifts. You know, working the assembly line makes for a powerful hunger. So when we need to relight our thrusters, we don't waste time slow roasting some fancy holy cow fillet mignon. No, sir. We crack open a room temp tin of Borstwurst. That's right. Nothing like an instant soft serving of barrel pork paste to boost productivity to full burn in those small hours. All right, enough yapping. Time is bits. Back to the factory floor.
Ouais, c'est sûr et certain, les failles, ça a moyen de se déplacer à l'avenir. Obligatoire, il y en a beaucoup trop partout et à des endroits. Stage 8, pas encore.
You're listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment.
Auntie Cleo here to address all the hubbub over these rifts. Arcadia's yaysayers and eggheads would have us think these cosmic light shows herald the end of the worlds. Poppycock! Rifts present an opportunity, not a calamity. Once someone irons out their reality-rending downside, we'll be left with nothing but upside. I have full confidence that our lab coats in experimental operations will innovate a profitable use for them. Rifts could be leveraged in negotiations or to gatekeep trade routes. Think of the R&D potential. Seriously, think of it. That's your job, VPs. Auntie's job is to keep you motivated. The threat of extinction is the mother of invention, after all.
Now, on to other things. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of raptidons or some such.
The following is a special selection from Auntie the Musical, the all-singing dramatization of Auntie's
Le
inspirational
musical.
origins.
The other day, I stumbled into the right wrong list on the ACS Undisputed Claim. And who did I see riding with me? The self-made market legend herself. Paragon of do-it-yourself. Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. Highest rung on our great new meritocracy. I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. Have you any tips for a bottom runger who's lost on the climb? See, I tried my best to urge her because I rose before the merger with Auntie's Choice. So all full of confidence, I asked her, how do I find success? And this is what she said to me.
The old corporate thinking will only leave you single. Listen, child, and take it straight from me. This term, self-betterment, makes you 110% everything you ever hoped to be. Improved outlook, a revolutionary corporate guidebook with a fresh new can't-lose surefire sales pitch. Now our underlings are grinning and upper rungers are winning. So shortly you and I will all get rich.
She said, persuade them that a better me liberates society. It's tantamount to piety. Choose betterment or impairment. Improve yourself, enhance the whole. Get that raise, advance your role and ignore all toll. Monopolize for price control, that's our highest goal. Pitch them on some moral grace. Make them buy our corporate ways. Convince them and increase your sway. Make them do what we say. I saw time for one more lesson, so I shot her one last question. I said, but I worry about reprisals. reprisals when dealing with my rivals. Suppose I can outdo or outthink the vast herds. She said,
If all else fails, kill the bastards. They're playing checkers. You're playing chess. They think you'll retreat, but that's when you press. The game is cutthroat, so be a cutthroat.
She said, do what you can and do what you must to get far ahead, but never get caught. Do what you must and do what you can. Ignore all the rules and never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught.
Run, don't walk to spend your hard-earned bits on these quality Antes goods or services. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives division has proudly announced its latest innovation, Slurrylose, a flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this delicious...
Initiate Carrington, audio log entry 10. My orders were to watch for the enemy. Specifically, to never break line of sight to my assigned field of view. But I can hear them advancing along the shore to the south. It's fine. Others have been assigned that field of vision. This is the most efficient method of defense. Architect, they're getting closer. Perhaps I'm taking my orders too literally. I'll just tweak. No. Trust in the equation. Trust in those greater than I in the order. I will keep looking forward for enemies from that vector. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I have faith that the architect...
This one appears to have been too terrified to even look at us. I almost feel bad killing him. Almost.
Comme quoi, les prédictions, pas toujours s'y fier, hein.
But rich tobacco, sweet at the end. What more could you want? A smoky, sugary blend. Try bubblegum slims, try bubblegum slims. It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter. It's 2 treats in 1, a double thrill.
Ils sont vraiment fendus la gueule à écrire les chansons.
Bubblegum Slims, try Bubblegum Slims today. Ba-do-wop, ba-yada-ba, ba-do-bop, do-wop, ba-yada-da-da-da. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do.
Unfriendly company.
Si jamais.
Well, these cultists ain't dumb. First thing you do after seizing an objective is bar the front door. But there's always another way inside.
Bubblegum Slims, oh Bubblegum Slims. It's filled with flavor. Bubblegum Slims, try Slims today. Flavor won't stop till the very last.
À l'époque, cette porte-là est barricadée, on va être obligé de passer par d'autres passages.
Runaway Gumption, you'll hear Wireless Free Arcadia, featuring product advertisements specifically tailored to free-thinking individuals. Under only one circumstance will Wireless Free Arcadia report hearsay: if it makes the competition look bad. So now, hear this juicy rumor from Protectorate territory. Frontline Scuttlebutt has it the Sovereign is missing in action. He's supposedly their great thought leader, yet he has disappeared from public view,
C'est là.
in neither moon nor station. What's the story here? We see Anti all the livelong day, cutting deals, driving profits. And the Protectorate's console has been the life of their joyless shindig lately. Quite the go-getter. He's supposed to be the Sovereign's top VP, his muscle. Seems highly involved in their whole totalitarian operation. The Sentinels, their secret police, reportedly answer to him. Makes you wonder if the console is really running the show. Who knows? We have all the jigsaw pieces, but no puzzle. When we do suss out the real story, you will be the first to know. Now, on to other things. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
Now this is just sloppy. If I wasn't already here to kill all these traitorous fools, I'd be forced to use one or two as an example to the rest.
Bon, un coup de vrille de tous les coups.
We can hear those wriggly little grub fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
Stop your silliness, fool. The only ones losing body parts around here today are you and your traitorous friends.
Terrors, melancholy.
Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. One more interlude, additional ailments include
Chronic itch, inflammation, night sweats, flatulation, Vago, mild days, scrumpox, general malaise, imbalanced humors, dyspepsia. Oh, and one more thing. Insomnia.
0.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by...
Look at the state of this poor fool. They just left her bleeding out?
There's a cultist behind you! Wait, surely she isn't with you. No, of course not. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And, he's like a wire stretched beyond its breaking point. Never a harsh word to anyone, but being in his presence, he's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. With all those cultists gallivanting.
Please, with the way my so-called brethren are comporting themselves, he's more likely to die of...
Yes, I'm sure you'll kill them quite well. The crazed cultist, people like your friend here, have been sowing destruction throughout the range for days. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when
their actions are inexcusable. Science allows us to unveil the wonder of the rifts. We do not...
It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We have an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate.
Salutations, Arcadia.
The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals, and the N-ray is given off. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, You'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. I appreciate your...
We're unscrupulous interlopers, intent
Première
on
question.
stealing the very bread off your plate.
Est-ce que ça mène ça?
No, nothing could be farther from the truth.
Venez.
Listen to
Mais
your
comment les sous ça rien du tout.
They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say you're just part of the herd. At Auntie's Choice, we respect the individual. We're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's Choice.
And now, back to it. I consider this song a real standout number. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
Un truc.
Are you stuck on the ground? Impact colon got you down. Well, trust anti-chemical purge is for better than natural cures. Oh, live now, fly free. No longer does my packed intestines dictate where I have to be. Oh, live now, take wings. Don't flounder at the bottom. Be a raptor in the slipstream. Don't be in a rut. 'Cause stuff is stuck in your gut. And he brings you the pill that fixes all your ills. Oh, live long, fly free. No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be.
Hey, that must be the scanner there.
Break free. Once again, be a go-getter. Climb the ladder with impressive speed. Trust anti-chemical purge, far better than natural cures. Oh, live long, fly free. No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, live long, take wings. Don't flounder at the bottom. Be a raptor in the
That goes out to the dedicated employees of the Aggressive Acquisitions Department. Lost speed to all you brave soldiers fighting on behalf of individual freedom and personal responsibility. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
Wireless Free Arcadia presents our top requested marketing melody, Forced Rockets by the Herschel Sisters.
Force rockets. Force rockets.
Kind of a convoluted way to unlock a door, but I'll take it.
When you miss the cough or chow, but you want to eat something now, you're go for lunch with Force rockets. When your
monsieur s'il peut l'ouvrir ça.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work. I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult.
You there, you must leave. Is that a cultist with you?
Don't worry. I'm not like these idiots running around here haplessly. If I was here to kill you, it would be no random thing. You'd know it. Are we here to kill this guy, Commander?
Where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive? The Auntie's Choice family is large and willing and able to grow larger.
You're here to stop me. But if I'm stopped, the consequences will be exponential. Oh, I don't expect people like you or Augustine to understand. My work is humane and must be finished. All else is secondary. You must remove yourself from the range. I don't want your blood on my hands, but I will spill it if you force me.
This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
The following is a special selection from...
No, don't you understand? If my work is forestalled in any way, I have been forced to enact measures for... I beg you, leave immediately. Remain... Made market legend herself. Paragon of do-it-yourself. Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. On our brave new meritocracy. I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. Have you any tips for a bottom runger who's lost on the climb? See, I tried my best to urge her because I rose before the merger with Mace's Choice. So all full of confidence, I asked her, how do I find success in Auntie's Choice? And this is what she said to me.
Corporate thinking will only leave you sinking. And listen, child, and take it straight. This term, self-betterment, makes you 110% everything you ever hoped to be.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever, and the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, but I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly...
revolutionary corporate guidebook with a fresh new can't lose surefire sales pitch. Now our underlings are grinning and upper rungers are winning. So shortly you and I will all get rich.
She said, persuade them that a better me liberates society. Sell them on an improved me. It's tantamount to piety. Choose betterment or impairment. Improve yourself, enhance the whole. Get that raising back. That monopolize for price control, that's our highest goal.
Radio. A fait le tour.
Enemy spotted.
Merde, je me suis planté de touche.
Supposed to shoot the enemy.
Je suis repassé par là, moi je suis complètement.
Look at the sad little sprat in his corrugated.
You, friend of friends, are a greater ally than any number of fellow scientists.
What? Where? I thought we dispatched with all of those traitors, charlatans. Fine, just trying to add some levity into this pathetic creature.
I can see you have been best looking to. I see you possess our NWEX scanner. What an ingenious device. If I'd had it, I may have evaded being. Damn it, Victor. Damn it, hubris. Fate, his experiment would cause so much strife that he'd be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium. Pardon my excitement. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure
utilizing in the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. Some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the range. Survived as most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't, I would be more sympathetic to their collective plight, and may not promise to insert every item in this room down my throat, and because you refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to a beholding me. This is more excitement than I...
Est-ce que celui-ci aussi, le casque de cuirassé, il me fait à nouveau... Il est cool cette fois. Très très cool. Ça me fait une tête énorme.
Approach my I once again ask you to stop. The path ahead is filled with unseen traps. Whether cultist or wayward scientist, you will be killed. I cannot afford your interruption. Once more, please cease.
Not a good look, Commander. On what target? Run to the rescue.
Sight unseen. Happy to help. Discreetly.
Aïe. J'avais pas vu celle-là.
Commander's almost dead.
fait mal ça. Ah, carrément. J'ai pas eu l'option de trousse de secours.
To the rescue! Sight unseen! Out of sight and on the way!
I cannot believe this. How many times must I say only death lies ahead? Observe. You have been time for that is over. Please.
Sauvegarde, hein. C'est mort, on perd pas 25% de santé.
Not a good look, Commander.
Voilà, ce piège invisible, quel enfer. J'ai oublié qu'il y en avait.
I never wanted this situation to escalate like this. You must understand. But now, all that I wanted is cast to the wind. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. Because the Order cannot be hindered by war or by compromise. Any obstacles must be removed, as much as I regret the need to do so. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth. Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as yourself. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. At the end of all things, my decisions were predestined. I am not at liberty to divulge the reasoning behind
Bon temps,
my
mec.
actions.
Très
You are
clairement.
not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I explain, the words would be lost on you. Your verbiage does not conceal the gaps in your knowledge. But the presiding bishop has taught us that ignorance is not a punishable sin. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end. But surely, over time, these deviations would subside? Though I do not seek the abolition
parle de
of
l'être
free
humain.
will. No, humanity would do what is best for itself. I'm sure. DeVries opened my eyes. The Order is on the path to absolute truth. And if they are not interrupted, this truth can be pursued. The one right path for humanity revealed to us. Politics cannot bind us. Uncertainty cannot strangle. And no one can be allowed to waltz in and hurl our plans into disarray. What? How do you not understand the present situation? What coward would strap an explosive device
vache.
to himself? That's not all this. Helping DeVries, completing the work on my explosives is important. It matters. DeVries agrees. Dear me, that did sound a little pathetic, didn't it? Self-awareness strikes at cruel times. Suddenly, standing
La meilleure
here in
réponse,
this
c'était de rien
explosive
dire.
vest makes me feel almost as if I were in the nude. I've been a fool, going along with this farce.
Bien.
But it stops now. My relationship with Augustine is at an end.
This poor fool seemed intent on doing himself and us both. Impressive work convincing him otherwise. What say I have a go at him with my disemboweling knife? See what he knows. Your loss. Don't like to boast, but I am quite the artiste with a knife.
I believe that's another thanks I owe you. You certainly keep interesting company. Here, it is the key to my quarters. Take whatever you find. That will ensure that I cannot use any of it to further DeVries' aims, even if I wanted to. I appreciate your consideration. Things could have been
Gestion humaine.
very
C'est
different had your cooler head not
plus compliqué, même dans les jeux.
I found a way to, via the use of processed N-rays, send objects out of phase. It was inconsistent, but I was close to isolating the procedure. DeVries needed explosives for her plan. By making them unseen, the explosives could be placed as... Saying that out loud now, it sounds unreal. But somehow, I convinced myself. You certainly convinced me I cannot remain here.
Et bonsoir.
Et bonjour, comment vas-tu?
Ça va et toi?
Ça va super.
Ça y est, t'es reparti sur l'aventure? T'es devenu addict?
Oh, oui, je veux avoir le fin mot de l'histoire. Là, je viens d'empêcher un mec de se faire sauter le carafon.
T'as réussi à rattraper ta perte?
J'avais déjà hier, j'avais réussi à la rattraper.
Oh, c'est cool.
Oui, mais par où qu'on sort maintenant?
Pourquoi cette vision X-ray du turfu là?
C'est pour voir les ennemis invisibles.
Oh.
Plutôt pratique, on va pas se mentir.
Ah,
Ça
tu
permet aussi de
m'étonnes.
détecter les pièges invisibles, ce genre de choses. Ou de résoudre des énigmes en voyant où les câbles sont. Je viens juste
Ok.
de l'avoir.
My fellow loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery. But the following code will grant you
34,
access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
The Order didn't foresee this hostile takeover, huh? Suppose we ought to head to the monastery and send this wily idiot packing.
La récompense un peu spéciale, Michel To, là? J'ai pas envie de me prendre double dégâts dans la face. Déjà que je suis une chips. Non, j'y pense, j'ai pas mis un avantage que j'ai pas mis, voilà. 24. Oh, j'en ai des nouveaux. Charlatan.
it! We've killed every traitor in this place, but their treasonous scum of a hierarch wasn't among them. I like the cut of your jib, Commander. They were operating under his orders. But since he wasn't here to lead them in... I saw one of them earlier. We should go see what information it will yield to us. I'll mark your map with its location. This is it, the Dawn's communication device. Not much, but there are a few encrypted messages from Ziegler reporting idiot didn't even have enough respect to stay to kill me himself. Well, it's of no consequence, now that I know where I'm right behind you.
Oh, une gare. Même les gares. Voilà, il ne me reste plus qu'une à trouver. That's all, that's all. Pinot médecin.
You're back. Please tell me you've had some lovely... Fantastic. This'll set us up for a long while. Still, if you find any more...
You've returned. Is there a reason? Then why buy...
Ça, c'est de la patate de qualité, ça. Ça, c'est de la patate de qualité, oui. Oui, c'est mieux. Et oui, c'est Salem, c'est un de mes deux chats. Cette petite patate d'amour.
La belle patate.
C'est une patate, patate approuvée.
Pas mal.
Ça. Ah merde, j'ai pas pris la bonne équipe par contre pour faire ça. J'ai pas pris du tout la bonne équipe. Faire autre chose. construction. Ça. Donc encore un truc comme ça à trouver. C'est bien au-dessus, hein.
I'm alive.
Oui, 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 Kim. Là, je veux plus voir ma grosse.
Comment?
Je parlais à mon chat, t'inquiète.
Ah, toi aussi.
Oui.
Les derniers sont juste ici. Ça. Qui pas l'incognito déjà. Oh. C'est vraiment run ça. Intéressant, on peut payer pour être réanimé avec. J'ai bien les mamouettes.
Keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Personne devant.
I believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was. Thank law the displaced listen to reason.
The savior of... How can I be of service? I can tend to your injuries. Many thanks. Right as rain.
Ça fait plaisir.
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery and now the lift... Agent! Oh, thank good odds. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing? I can't discuss this right now. The monastery. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the savant he is, never have been. If he'd advanced beyond his current role, my deficiencies would have been made manifest to all. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is... Representatives of Auntie's Choice and the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice, and I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the If only Wiley was here to advise me on what to do next.
I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations. Ready to be the hole in their math?
100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait! Look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be unlocked.
We'd love to help, but not as much as we prefer to leave. Plan guide.
Seer Wiley said I wasn't on his... He must have predicted I wouldn't fight back. I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something?
Tu fais quoi ce soir, Koro, au fait?
Bah, c'est en train de se discuter. Ma femme m'avait envoyé un message disant qu'elle passerait peut-être ce soir, sinon rien de particulier si elle est pas là.
C'est ok. Bon, parce qu'on fait pas grand chose pour ce jour J. On boit juste une bière avec les copains. Faut que j'aille faire des courses tout à l'heure. Avec le Flavito et le Sigou. Donc c'était si jamais.
Roger always. Hey, body's not
Bah écoute, je vais quand même attendre sa réponse.
Pas de soucis.
Je pense que ça va être un peu complexe pour ce soir.
Pas de soucis, mais je voulais quand même te proposer.
Eh bien, j'apprécie.
Les fruits au sirop?
Tout à fait. Et
évitablement.
Au cas où je ne serai point là, eh ben, écoutez, profitez bien. Des bisous à tout le monde.
Pas de soucis. Cette porte là, elle est scellée. Ouvert de l'extérieur, enfin de l'intérieur. Ça m'apprend.
Think when we kick his head in, it'll be simple enough for him to understand?
Know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst.
Je vais te laisser quelques petites minutes et je reviens dans le chat juste après.
Ça roule. Bisous.
The order and some simpletons within it claim that all things happen for a reason.
Nice of Seer Wiley to leave us this night fighting. Sorry. Rejuvenation device.
That device may be the deciding factor in whether you live or die in the near future. Unless you can expedite hemostasis and put away the tissue on your own within a fraction of a second.
No. But I have been told my pain tolerance exceeds normal thresholds.
Your mother must be so proud.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Check your scopes, Wickham.
Il n'y a aucune de mes balles qui lui fait des dégâts.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 thesis on determinism then.
Anchorites, be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
I'm aware of the errors of his methodology, but Long's overall opinion is still... Wait, why am I arguing with you about this?
Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief.
But what if widespread suffering is already taking place?
Then its causes should be observed, quantified, and a non-violent solution found. You do not extinguish a fire with more flame.
Tell that to the Protectorate.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps...
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact.
Augustine was obsessed with the rift. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and...
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be it. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Let us hope this conflict resolves itself. You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it, especially around the bath. Much appreciated. We'll
Grand Architect's perspiring brow, if you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time.
Scientific advancement should not come at the cost of the grace and dignity of innocent lives. That is all I'm saying.
This looks a lot like those N-ray junction boxes. Still got the scanner on you?
That all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us
Can any of this really be in service to the universal equation, like the Sears claim?
Je vais vérifier sur le passage. Ça aurait pu faire des dégâts, ça.
Claim that all things happen for a reason.
Yeah. Found another one.
Enemy intercepted. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Target. Hostilities are afoot. Check your scopes for fast analysis.
And here I was, hoping for a peaceful, rejuvenating soak. Nice wiring. I thought these folk were supposed to work smarter.
Ceux-là sont reliés. Porte du coup.
Et mon beau barbu. Hop.
Donc là, tac.
C'est ma femme qui est en train d'aider son fils à faire un discours pour devenir petit maire. Je ne connaissais pas et le principe est pas mal.
D'accord. Et c'est... Il pense quoi du travail des enfants du coup?
C'est pas ce genre de choses. Grosso modo, une fois par trimestre, une fois par mois, il participe aux réunions municipales pour donner comment dire, la parole des enfants et pour proposer des choses aussi. Puis ça lui permet d'observer comment ça se passe. Et en vrai,
C'est une
ça va
bonne
bien.
initiative.
Je sais pas si c'est répandu. En tout cas, ça existe par chez elle. Si ça peut impliquer les enfants à tout ce qui est vie de communauté et tout ça, je trouve ça vachement bien.
Je trouve aussi. Leur donner une éducation sur le pouvoir de la localité, je trouve ça vachement bien.
C'est ça.
Pour des
J'espère que
novices,
le
pour
aura
enquête.
sa place. Bon, je vais me connecter à Helldivers. Faisons un test. Et je te vois depuis tout à l'heure en train de fouiller la baraque. Très stylé. Il y a un petit côté en plus de Fallout. Comment ça s'appelle déjà ce jeu? C'est l'Angleterre victorienne. T'as une espèce d'assassin qui peut se déplacer à droite à
Dishonored.
gauche. Dishonored, voilà. Je trouve qu'il y a un petit côté comme ça aussi.
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on
Ok, il y a une cape à récupérer.
enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's libation towels.
J'ai refait une petite partie ou deux et depuis leur grosse mise à jour, c'est vrai que c'est quand même un peu mieux.
I just ask you folks to remember that there's more of importance out here than just your numbers.
Écoute, moi j'attends quand même de voir les logs pour s'assurer que
Non, je comprends tout à fait.
plus de danger pour les ordinateurs.
This is one of our products. You know,
Après, il
market
paraît
research
qu'il y
says that
ait-
populace is
qu'il y
more
avait quand même
likely to tolerate new
une
leadership
importance entre
than
le
any
composant en question, à savoir si c'est des composants qu'on n'a pas. Il semblerait que ce soit quand même beaucoup moins risqué. Mais il faudrait que je regarde un petit peu, que je fouille les vidéos pour essayer de trouver ça. Ça devait être un truc haut de gamme, donc ça fait d'autant plus chier. Mais je suis pas sûr qu'on ait ce genre de matos sur notre PC. Sachant que le tien et le mien sont presque le même.
Écoute, dans le doute.
Ah ouais, non, je comprends tout à fait. Puis de toute façon, pour l'instant sur le jeu, il n'y a pas grand chose de passionnant. J'ai eu des échos sur le prochain Warbond, ça a l'air intéressant. Et c'est pas pour tout de suite de toute façon, c'est au moins dans 1 mois et demi. Tranquille.
Ok.
Think we found the abbot's quarters.
Did the abbot take a vow of resplendency?
C'est dommage de pas pouvoir ouvrir cette porte.
By their instructor, of course. Bishop Bassar has failed this order as its preeminent luminary. And without our intervention, she would make peace with the primitive minds of Auntie's choice. This must be
Ouais, là c'est la suite de l'histoire. Ouais.
stamped onto a test of order aptitude. And whom do we blame?
J'aime bien le fait qu'il y ait des quêtes imbriquées.
la quête principale. Petits embranchements, des petits bonus. J'avoue que c'est plutôt chouette.
J'ai d'aller par là. Ah non, ok, ouais, c'est bien le bon endroit. Pas la quête principale. C'est bien la secondaire.
The stalwart agent arrives.
Le ranger de l'espace, tu veux dire?
Le Space Ranger.
So, I've
Je vais
prepared
t'appeler
a
Buzz
choice
Lightyear si ça
for
continue.
you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die. Scream.
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though. Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say
Look, whatever the Seer and DeVries are doing, we'll have time to sort it out later. These folk don't have that kind of time.
Good. Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it is, then.
What?
Well, that's one place to put a safe. Reckon it's part of Wiley's puzzle somehow. Reckon there's an actual solution to this puzzle? Looks more like they scrambled a whole lot of nonsense together and packaged it as genius.
Genre l'énigme, je sais pas comment fallait faire, mais j'aimerais bien comprendre comment est-ce qu'on active l'énigme.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. I would not refuse medical support. way to get the ball rolling. This laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
See? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back? Hurry! Disable the contract machine!
Time will tell if that was a good idea.
Théorie du désamorçage.
Codger would appreciate that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Pourquoi pas ici?
Excellent timing. We're nearly finished review. Oh, well, now this is unexpected. The arguments in this text seem to have highlighted a teleological flaw I fear my own argument shares.
You too, huh?
Under certain conditions, de-escalation becomes impossible, leading to negative outcomes, including outright annihilation. An annihilated entity cannot advance the plan.
But maybe annihilation itself serves a purpose we're simply unaware of. You were right before. Participating in a war only produces an entropic feedback loop.
I see someone has been reading On the Origin of Sprats. It has that effect on people.
Mental carceration and the potential unreality of conscious experience adds an interesting dimension to the argument. It's certainly worth exploring.
Perhaps later. For now, I feel we should reward our guest with their choice of reward, given the idiosyncratic nature of his conclusion. Very well. You can retrieve it from the same drawer. We appreciate your time. If you have a...
Encore des manches de 8 km. Ok.
to violence. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Combatant I have a fix on their weaknesses. Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
On the way. Someone call for a medic. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
Go for torpification. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
C'est bon, j'ai tous les morceaux de frasque.
Mobilizing.
Ils ont hip-hop comme ça. Pas le jeu d'esquive la balle.
Combatant scanned. Target analyzed.
j'étais pas prêt pour ma stratégie de courir et tirer après.
Proceeding to attack. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Fortificator at ready status. Consider self-preservation a priority.
Let's get you healed. Happy to help. Discreetly. Out of sight and on the way.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Threat detected. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Locking them down. They're benumbed.
Le bien, c'est que ça fait alarme en même temps. Qui orbite autour d'Elyséum. Donc, Dorado et Elyséum.
I'll be damned. Look at this place. You reckon they have a rendering of Tau Ceti hereabouts?
autour d'Elyséum. J'en compte 5. Et nombre de lumes Elyséum, c'est 5. En suivant. Nombre de lunes en orbite entre Dorado et Elyséum. Moins, vu qu'il y en a 5. Cadran, tac. Nombre d'orbites que décrit Eden. Pour deuxième, avant que le prédateur termine mon adaptation. Alors, Eden. Eden. C'est prédateur. Ok. Ça pousse. Ah, au pire des cas, j'ai 5 chances. Hein. Plus. Eden. compris que Dorado c'était une des lunes. Du coup, ça doit être 5. Numéro combien de lunes? C'est ça qui est intéressant.
Je suis tout rouillé, c'est pas joli à voir.
Dorado est ici. On comprend la réponse. On en deuxième. 5, 3. 3 et une suite de combinaisons. Waouh. Peur. Et là la réponse. Au con. La réponse c'est 4-1 déjà pour commencer. 4-1-3. C'est pas ça. Là nous avons oh. Combien de lunes? Orbite, il y en a 4. Second nombre de lunes en orbite entre Dorado et Elysium. Il n'y en a qu'une seule. Nombre d'orbites que décrit Eden autour d'Elysium. C'est une. Putain.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Ça fait une demi-heure que je suis bloqué sur même plus que ça, hein, 40 minutes que je suis bloqué sur un casse-tête.
Les planètes là?
Ouais. En fait, comme un connard, je cherchais la réponse ici, mais c'est pas ici qu'il fallait que je la cherche.
Derrière, là où il y avait toutes les planètes qui tournaient?
Ouais. Bon, allez, on fait ce fight et après, je clôturerai ce stream. Et là, j'ai des appels manqués, j'ai plein de trucs, faut que je m'occupe de faire un peu le ménage avant ce soir.
Ça s'organise.
Ouais, j'étais tellement pris.
Clemens fell for whatever half-baked argument you managed to cobble together. That imbecile. And Svoboda. I thought her more capable. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you.
Non, non, c'est pas la tienne qui m'a
so
que
long, I was
c'est celle
beginning
des
to think
planètes.
my little puzzle actually stumped you.
Je suis un ranger de l'espace.
You seem confused.
C'est running gag.
Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure.
Ah, je me mute quelqu'un.
Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station's security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything.
Tu me casses les couilles.
That's preposterous. In a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us, I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals of my objectives. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. De Vries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former
Yep.
head intercessor,
Yep.
Department of Preemptive Causal
Oui, j'avais bien fait d'emmener.
Redirection.
The end point. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the architect's computational summary are you on about? That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare. But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer. What has Joseph ever done for the Order except occupy my valuable time with useless queries? No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is always correct. How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What more could I have done? Where did I err? Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I truly lack the capacity to debate you further. I've already sent Augustine everything she needs. But all our communications are on this terminal. It is yours to peruse. Though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. All I know is that I was never meant to stop you. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my resignation from the Order. Effective immediately. Leave me be. I have no more predictions to offer. Now or ever. The fool I was.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation however, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept, yet we must act unflinchingly. I have grown worried. I fear this boat. The last thing use the methods we... however, though yet we must act.
We off to the peace talks then? We'll need your ship unless you intend to walk.
Fool I was.
To space.
I believe I mattered in the plan's grand scheme.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? What? No, you must be mistaken. Or were you able to speak with him? Help him recover his senses? I'm greatly... Did he mention me at all? I'm sure you also think me to blame for all of this. With the schism and now the war, the Order stands alone for the first time in its storied history. We have no experience with governance, myself especially. Education takes time, and that is the one thing the Order does. I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your assistance in reclaim. You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon inside the observatory. May all your future endeavors...
Ok, cool. Je récupère le flingue.
Nice.
Le long du mur.
I don't know what you're complaining about. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% gay.
Hey, Commander, I think Val wants us to discuss strategy. Or I could just be misunderstanding the noises I'm...
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor,
You have a plan, Commander? If not, may I suggest
If DeVries succeeds in killing these delegates, it'll be a hell of a lot more than a PR nightmare to worry about. It'll be war. Had many a folk underestimate us before, but little gives me more of a thrill than making them regret it.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route be advised. In the absence of Victor and his explosives, Agent DeVries, due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander.
It's a comm station built by the Order in the early days of the colony. As Val said, I'd also expect some level of hazardous disrepair, though
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces...
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own Phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for...
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station.
Ok. Et on va s'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. Sauvegarder la partie. Hop.
Ça a bien avancé.
Ça a très bien avancé. Merci à tous ceux qui ont suivi le stream et à ceux qui regardent les rediffs. On va peut-être lancer un petit raid à quelqu'un. Qui est-ce qu'on a? Ah bah on a quelqu'un qui fait aussi du The Outer World 2. Qui est un peu plus tôt dans l'aventure, donc no spoil. Mais vous allez voir, il est très sympa. Allez, c'était Manhattan Shaker. Et avec la présence de Koro, je vous dis à bientôt pour les prochaines aventures. Ciao ciao.
Ciao ciao.